congratulations on such a successful series. Hats off to you. So when the series started, it was basically an underdog, and then it turned into this superstar. Now the heist is coming to an end. How do you feel sitting here doing press for the last season?
Pues yo me siento más nerviosa que nunca, fíjate. Como que ya llevo varias promociones.
Yes, I'm more nervous than ever, I must confess. I have done several promos of the different seasons, and you always try not to be influenced by thinking too much about the audience in order to be able to bring out the best creativity as regards your character. But in this case, when facing this last season, I must confess that I can't stop thinking. I couldn't stop thinking about the audience and trying to meet their expectations. It's a sensation of vertigo because obviously we're facing the ending and we want to live up to the expectations.
This is our last dance, Fatty. Make it a good one. Right now!
Well, you have nothing to be worried about, girl, because we love you. The audience loves you.
Oh, thank you. Love you too.
Speaking of that, Jose, people were mad at your character for killing Nairobi last season. So outside of filming, did you receive any comments personally after that happened?
Sí. Algún que otro comentario.
Yes, I have received some negative comments and also a couple of death threats, but I was also warned about my colleagues. They told me to be ready for what was coming. But I must say that even so, the majority of the comments I have received were positive because at the end of the day, people love this kind of character who has no scruples whatsoever and who has this kind of dark code.
How do you feel, Ursula, overall? How do you feel about how the show ended? I know director Alex Pena said that he promised this will be the most exciting and epic season yet. How do you feel about how the story ended?
Pues la verdad es que me siento, no te voy a engañar.
I must say, to be honest, that I feel quite relieved. During the last day of filming, I remember that I was weeping and I was extremely sad. But when I was all cried out and I was brought the flowers and I left the set, I remember thinking to myself, wow, I have survived the filming of Money Heist. And many heavy things have happened since the beginning of this series, and making this series entailed a big risk. So without giving any spoiler, I must say that I am happy with the way things have ended with my character, the rest of the characters, and the series.
If you could revisit your characters, I know you all said goodbye to them for now. If you could revisit them, where would you like to see them?
Interesting.
Sí. Bueno.
¿Tú?
Sí, bueno.
It depends on how much time elapses.
En realidad, los personajes han pasado muchos años, pero en mi caso.
In the case of many characters, they have spent many years in the series, whereas in my case, there is a few hours worth of trajectory and only in one situation. So I haven't gotten to know Gandia that well beyond those 100 hours. I don't know how he behaves outside the realm from work or out there with his colleagues going out for a drink. So I don't know how he would be really. But I also think it is important the way he is written in the script. I stick to my lines, I stick to my script, and based on that, I create the character.
Y yo, pues, se me hace un poco difícil imaginar a Tokio como tranquila, no sé por qué.
In my case, I have difficulty picturing Tokyo as a calm person. If I were to imagine her from the standpoint of me being Úrsula and Tokyo being my friend, I would wish for her to be in a calm state, kept outside of any danger, in a state of maturity and enjoying life a bit more. But as a viewer and probably as an actress, if I had to play her again, I would picture her as a troublemaker because I believe that's where her spark lies. That's what makes her happy. And I think that in reality, she's addicted to that.